minute is for Alyssa Alhadaf. She was a 14-year-old freshman at Stoneman Douglas. She played soccer for her school as well as her travel team in Parkland. On February 13th, she played her last soccer game. Her mom said that was the best she's ever seen her daughter play.
We'll take a moment of silence right now for her.
This is for Scott Beagle. He was a teacher, a fiance, and he was known for calling his mom every day. And those calls stopped when he was only 35 years old. He died when he opened up his classroom doors for students fleeing the gunman, and he died a hero.
This is for freshman Martin Duque Anguiano, who was 14 years old when he was killed. He was a member of Stoneman Douglas's JROTC, and he was known as the always smiling teenager welcoming to everyone. His brother describes him as very fun, extroverted, occasionally really quiet, and he was sweet and affectionate and loved by his entire family.
Nicholas Doré was a 17-year-old senior killed in the shooting. The University of Indianapolis recruited him to the swim team. He would have been an incoming freshman this fall. He dreamed of making the Olympic swim team and going to the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, his family said. He believed he could accomplish anything as long as he tried his best.
This is for Aaron Feist, age 37. Coach Feist was an assistant football coach. Feist was killed when he threw himself in front of students to protect them from oncoming bullets. People close to him said he died the same way he lived. He put himself second. He was a very kind soul, a very nice man. He died a hero.
Jamie Gutenberg is described by her father as being the one that lit up every room. She was an active member of Best Buddies and the Friendship Initiative, where she spent her time volunteering with disabled students. Jamie was just 14 when she was killed. She will never get her license, go to prom, or vote.
Chris Hickson, 49. His wife had just described Chris Hickson, who was the school's athletic director, as an awesome husband, father, and American. Every one of those students he thought of as his own kid, she said earlier. Hickson, 49, would give students rides or lunch money, and if they needed it, open up his home to them. He just loved being around kids and giving back to the community, Deborah Hickson said. A naval reservist, Chris Hickson deployed to Iraq in 2007. He loved being an American and serving his country, and he instilled that in our kids, she said. Hickson was also the school's wrestling coach, something that was his passion.
Luke Hoyer was a freshman at Stoneman Douglas when he was killed. Luke loved playing basketball and making others smile. His family cherishes the laughter he gave them and believed that, through their anguish, Luke would want them to remember him through the joy he spread.
Carol Loftman was 14 when she was killed in the Stoneman Douglas shooting. She was an Irish dancer, and all who knew her said she always had a smile on her face. Kara's aunt said after the tragedy, "While your thoughts are appreciated, I beg you to do something. This should not have happened to our niece Kara, and it cannot happen to other people's families."
Montalto was a member of the Winter Guard on the marching band, and she was a freshman. She was said to be described as loving, caring, smart, and strong with the sweetest soul ever. She was said to brighten everyone's day and had a big future ahead of her. She loved to volunteer, cook, read Harry Potter books, and had a passion for drawing, and submitted many pieces for local magazines. We can all learn a lesson from Gina, and her caring nature and kind-heartedness will never be forgotten.
Joaquin Oliver was 17 years old when he was killed in the Stoneman Douglas shooting. He was born in Venezuela and moved to the U.S. when he was 3. His interests included football, basketball, and urban graffiti art. After his passing, Joaquin's father created a mural for his son that states, "We demand a change."
Elena Petty was 14 when she was unfairly taken from this world. She was known as vibrant, determined, and she loved to serve. She was a member of the junior ROTC program. She volunteered after Hurricane Irma hit Florida in September, and she frequently volunteered at her church.
Meadow Pollock was a senior at Stoneman Douglas High School. She was described by her family as a confident girl in the light of their lives. Like many of us, Meadow had big dreams and was super excited to graduate high school and start her future. Her life was cut off far too short, and she was so excited to attend Lynn University in the fall, which unfortunately she will never be able to live out.
Helena Ramsey. Helena was described as a beautiful 17-year-old girl who was smart, kind-hearted, and thoughtful. She was loved deeply and loved others even more so. Though she was reserved, she had relentless motivation towards her studies, and her soft, warm demeanor brought the best out of everyone who knew her. Although I did not know her personally, she entered all of our lives when hers was tragically taken.
Alex Schachter, 14. Loved basketball and played trombone in the school's marching band. In a poem that he wrote prior to the shooting, he described how life is like a roller coaster.
Carmen Schentrup was 16 years old. She was a National Merit Scholar finalist, and she was planning on attending University of Florida in the fall in their honors college. She was described by friends as witty, insightful, and the absolute sweetest. And she died a week before her 17th birthday. Peter Wang was 15 years old, and he had been a member of the junior ROTC program. Kelsey and other friends said that Peter was shot while holding a door open to let fellow classmates get to safety.
We want to thank you all for coming out and participating today and remind you that we cannot let fear shape our lives. We have to continue to fight for what we believe in, and I thank you from all of us for coming out to the courthouse after things change. It truly means the world, and we have to remember that these people did not have to die. Thank you, and have a great day.
With us. It's not over yet. Just because these 17 minutes have ended does not mean we stop. Okay, we are the leaders of tomorrow, and we need to be putting in the work to change things. Thank you.
Oh man.